Good morning, family. Rise and shine. That's weird. What does this happen on the option? Good morning, rise and shine. Rise and shine. I decided I'd come on here real quick and give you some grace and employee empowerment. I mean, it could be empowerment, you know what I mean? Either one. But yeah, so let's get that mindset right real quick before we get our day started. Let's get that mindset right. Some of you probably woke up like, man, I'm not feeling today already. I feel you, but let's not embrace that thought or embrace that feeling, because our body is going to follow, our attitude is going to follow, and that's a bad way to start our day off. All right, so let's kind of like kick it in gear real quick, and just tell yourself it's going to be a good day. I ain't feeling it right now, but you know what? Let me get up, shake this off a bit, and I'll be ready. I'm not looking forward to going into this place like today, but you know what? Let's challenge stuff like, you know what? It's cool. All right. I'm not getting paid what I truly deserve, but I'm able to pay my bills. I'm able to provide for my family. I'm able to go out and eat what I want. I'm able to let's shift our perspective in how we are viewing today right now, so we can go ahead and kick our morning out strong. All right, so workplace empowerment. So we're talking about workplace standard. Find the decency in what you do. It's a standard, all right? Based on, as I've said before, based on wherever we work at, like Walmart, fast food restaurant, whatever it is, like that's the energy that we show up to work with. That's the attitude we show up to work with. You know what I mean? Like that's what our performance reflect at. So we finna change that real quick. All right. Good morning, y'all. So workplace standard. Find the decency in what you do. All right. So the first thing, produce quality with excellence. What is excellence? And what I call excellent is, if you feeling 100% today, when you go to work, give 100% of that 100. If you only feel 30% this morning, I get it. Sometimes we wake up on the wrong side of the bed. We feel a little under the weather. You only feel like 30%. Right now, cool. I respect that. But make sure you get 100% of that 30 of what you feeling. All right, that's what excellent is. All right, giving 100% of whatever we're feeling, whether it's 100 or 20, whether it's 80 or 70. Like, let's give 100% of that. That way, although we're feeling a bit under the weather, like we're still executing at a high level based on the level that we are able to produce. All right, that's excellence. So produce quality. So oftentimes we have to train ourselves in this area, because all of this is a mindset issue that we have. You know what I mean? Like, so we have to change our mindset and train ourselves to say, you know what, no matter what, I'm gonna produce quality with excellence every single day. No matter how I feel, I'm gonna give 100% of what I'm feeling. All right, that way, no matter what, you're producing pure quality, not quantity. Yeah, quantity. Whenever it comes to quantity, yeah, like it meets the quota, but it could be trash work. We ain't doing trash work. We ain't doing trash work. We're not riding around picking up garbage and dumping it in the back of the truck. You feel me? Like, we're not working in sanitation, so we're not producing trash work. You feel me? So we have to challenge ourselves to be great. That's what we're talking about. We have to challenge ourselves to be great. So again, this is a mindset. If you have the mindset, you'll produce quality with excellence naturally. If you have the right mindset, you will produce quality with excellence naturally. I'm not talking about perfection. Last time I checked, it's only one who is perfect. That's our dear Lord and Savior, our risen King Christ. All right, we're talking about excellence. So what else? What are some takeaways we can take from this? Whatever you touch should look a certain way. We're talking standard. So yeah, some of us, we got to elevate our standard, period. We got to stop being like producing average. We're great. Greatness is inside of each and every one of us. Why are we producing average? Why are we showing up average? Why are we giving average? Why everything we touch looks like it's average when we have greatness inside of us? That's a problem. We need to elevate our standard. We need to elevate our standard. Exercise the standard. No, first we need to learn the standard. What is your standard? All right, come on, like, let's be real honest with ourselves. On what level? Let's do this on a scale from 1 to 10. What does the result of your work look like on a daily basis? From 1 to 10. Like, we know if we're giving it our all. We know if we can do better. We know if we can lean in more. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I'm talking about. If we know we can go harder, if we know we can produce better, if we know we can show up different, like, if we know this, we need to elevate our standards. So based on elevating our standards, we must know what that standard is. Some days consistent, some days not. We need to practice. We need to practice meeting that standard on a daily basis. Consistently, though. That's how we'll begin to demonstrate the standard in how we execute, which then we become the standard. Make sense? This is important. We're not average. We're not average. Like, we expect the best in return of average work that we produce. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. So we need to make some adjustments, like, immediately. Because yeah, like, we definitely deserve the best. We definitely deserve more. But if we produce an average, like, we can't expect what we deserve. We still deserve it, but we can't expect to receive or obtain that in which we deserve, because we're producing average. Now, if you average, then cool, you average, but you can't lead me to believe that if God said, let us create man in our image. You are God's creation. You're not average. You're not average. And another thing, let's stop comparing. Let's stop the comparison game. Because oftentimes we look at someone else's gifting. We look at the work that someone else produced. We look at what someone else is doing, and we compare it to what we produce. We compare it to our gifting. We compare it to where we are in life. And we minimize ourselves down to be this small. No, they just great in their lane. Guess what? You may not be great in their lane, and that's cool because you don't belong in their lane unless you're their servant or God is using you there. Like, you're great in your lane, so we need to know what our lane is. Like, stop honoring someone else's creativity but trashing yours. Stop saying I'm just not creative enough, or I'm not. No, you're not. You may not, like, your creativity may not meet theirs, but in where God needs you to use your creativity, there's none other. I need you to understand that. Embrace that. Stop comparing others to what you got going on, what you doing. Like, stop doing that, because you're not seeing your greatness because you're watching someone else's greatness. You're not embracing your greatness because you're too busy honoring someone else's greatness. Ain't nothing wrong with honoring someone else's greatness, but make sure you are embracing your greatness and know that you are greatness. Yeah, champion someone else's greatness for sure, but don't do that and blanket yours, because you are greatness. So whatever you touch, it should look a certain way. You shouldn't be okay with just putting something together and then, okay, I finished it. Well, at least I did it. Like, not terrible mindset. Like, no more of that. You feel me? Like, no more of that. No more of that. Make sure whatever you touch, whatever you produce, whatever you do, make sure it looks a certain way. Make sure it looks a certain way. Make sure it's quality. Make sure it's value. Make sure it's excellence. What am I saying? Take pride in what you do. Take pride in what you do. You start taking pride in what you do, just watch what the finishing product is going to look like. Take pride in what you do. I didn't say take pride in who you are. All right? Because we are not to be prideful. We are not to embrace pride, but take pride in what you do. By saying, you know what? If I touch it, it has to look a certain way. If I breathe on it, it have to be birthed a certain way. If I create it, it has to be a masterpiece. That's a mindset thing. The mindset of greatness. And you are greatness. So when it comes down to your greatness and the level in which you execute and the quality that you produce and the immense value that you add, it should reflect your character and who you are as a person. What do I mean? Integrity. Can we count on every time you touch it, every time you breathe on it, every time you create it, you give it your all and you giving it your best? Honesty. Can you say what you produce every time you touch it, whenever you breathe on it? Can you look in the mirror with a straight face, without a shadow of a doubt, and say that's your best, honest work? The third thing, passion. I challenge you and I encourage you, do whatever it is you do with passion. Whatever you produce, make sure you created it, you produced it, you breathed on it with sure and pure passion. This is how we produce quality with excellence. So the challenge is we have to keep that same energy. What am I talking about? Some of us kill it at work, but then we go home, we're on average. Some of us execute at a high level in certain areas or aspects of our lives, but other areas not so much. We have to challenge ourselves to keep the same energy and producing quality with excellence in each and every one of our lives. We have to challenge ourselves to do that. That's when we truly are able to bless the world with our greatness, because when it comes down to every area of our lives, because you go to work, you have work friends or you have work relationships. You go home, you have personal relationships, right? You have a business, you have business relationships. You go to church, you have community relationships. So like whenever we become well-rounded in every aspect and area of our lives, that's how we truly begin to bless the world with our greatness. Why? Because no matter where we are, greatness. No matter who we talk to, the different groups, greatness. No matter where we serve, greatness. No matter what we are doing, greatness. No matter what rooms God use us in, greatness. No matter what platform He lead us to step on, greatness. Every area of our life, when we get to a point where we're producing quality with excellence, and when we become we really become in oneness with our greatness, no matter where we are, no matter who we're talking to, no matter what we're doing, no matter the country, no matter the platform, no matter what, we blessing the world with our greatness, because we have become whole and one with who we are, and that's greatness. So develop the greatness mindset in every area of your life, in every area of my life. How do we do that? How do we do that? How do we do that? That's a good question. May I submit to you, let's challenge ourselves to do better every opportunity, every single time, in every area. Let's challenge ourselves to do better in every area and area of our life. I never said we're going to be balanced and well-rounded and equal on every level. Some, because we're human beings, so we have our strengths, and we have our weaknesses. But you remember in the beginning, I said what my definition of excellence is. If you feel 100% today, you go to work, you give 100% of that 100 that you feel. If you only feel 30% today, you feel a bit under the weather, understandable. Produce 100% of that 30 that you feel. That's excellence. So no matter what, you're still executing at a high level based on what you can give in that moment, or what you feel today, right? So when we begin to challenge ourselves to do better in every area of our life, every opportunity, and every single time we get, we begin to train our mind to produce pure quality with excellence every single time. Because again, we are greatness. So when we begin to do that, we elevate our standards in which who we are and what we do and what we produce. We automatically begin to produce greatness again in every area of our lives. But we have to challenge ourselves. Be consistent in these areas. So where we have our strengths, where we kill it at a high level, our weaknesses, like guess what? Like our weakness may not look like the -5 that we kill it at in our strength, right? So our weakness, we probably only produce maybe like 54. But if we give 100% of that 54, I guarantee you, it'll beat the average. It'll be individuals who are average. It'll be individuals with the average like mindset. It'll be the individuals who have that average attitude. You giving 100% of that 54 that you are only able to operate at in your weakness, I guarantee you will outdo most human beings, especially those who are average. So that still keep you in the elite category. You just tapping into your greatness. You ain't doing anything extra. You just embracing your greatness and you producing from that level of greatness that you are. But we have to make sure we challenge ourselves to do that every single time. Not just in the workplace, but at home too. In all other areas of our lives. So what we just talked about is you elevating your standards, because this is a employee elevated mindset. That's when we in the workplace. We're just producing who we are as a person. So I challenge you, yes, to show up different to the workplace this morning. But moving forward, show up different in every area of your life. Every chance, every opportunity, consistently every single time in all aspects of your life. And elevate your standards, it will be nothing. Why? Because you would become the standard. And that standard looks like greatness. Remember, you are greatness. Embrace your greatness. And bless the world with your greatness. Much love. You guys have a wonderful day. Peace.